Inspector Summary Video. We're in Brookline, Massachusetts. This is property number 30, and we have crossover balconies. We got cement work, cement issues. Connections have been subject to water penetration, and you can see the crack on the building due to the water jacking, ice jacking, splitting the wall bricks. Over here we have a missing bracket, missing support bracket. Fire escape present original hardware. You can still, if I can show you. Square bolts. So on all the major structure points we have original hardware. Doesn't need to be rebolted with new hardware. This fire escape is more rust and paint. It needs to be scraped, primed and painted. The connections to the wall need to be verified. At this point there's issues as to how that connection is sitting inside that wall. We have a hole there. There's been, taking water for how long, who knows how long, and it's penetrated the wall and it's split the brick throughout the years and causes some masonry damage. So you're gonna need to have a mason repair all that. You can see the rust coming out of the different connections in the building due to the water damage in the inside of the wall. So all those need to be verified, and all hardware needs to be replaced. Then we have here on the side, on the same building, we got a second fire escape with 3 levels and 2 ladders, all presenting the same problem as the crossovers. More rust and paint. This fire escape needs to be scraped, primed and painted. It needs to be sealed in all the major locations. It has all original hardware, all the square bolts, as you can see. Connections to the wall are suspect. You can see all the rust around the connections. Okay, original hardware. You got obstructions, people put in their planters, the cookouts, ACs, some kind of a flooring there on top of the grating, same as up there. We got ladders with connections to the wall. They're suspect. Original hardware. Got things hanging all over them, chains, ropes. But this fire escape definitely needs a good scraping and painting. Okay, original hardware, connections to the wall suspect. more rust and paint, and rebolting in all major structural points. For any more questions, please call 1-800-649-3333, 1-800-649-3333. This is Fire Escape building number 30. 6 here in Brooklyn. Crossover Fire Escapes. And same situation, lots of cement work, a lot of water penetration and the connections to the wall and the supports, original hardware and all four corners really need to be, you know, attached to the major supports. We have an angle support missing in the center.
Okay.
And more rust and paint.
This is
the same case as the other fire escapes. So we're going to do a summary of all 6 fire escapes from here with Mr. Menez.
Pretty much everything's a twin. Whatever happens here, there's a double on the other side. We'll be very quick. We definitely, and I walked already with Jason, and we noticed that we got some sill issues. So if we don't deal with those sill issues, a lot of the work we're going to do today is going to repeat itself. But we got to seal the sills, which are feeding the T-bars into the wall and feeding the lower supports. All those rusty tiers coming down is an indication that we've got some severe rusting, ice jacking, rust jacking happening inside all the walls on this particular one, right? No evidence of any maintenance, all original hardware, and we also talked about the EPA renovator's license required, that everybody, this is older than 1978, presumed to have lead, so everybody that must be registered with the EPA must have a renovator's license to minimally scrape this thing, but structurally first is what we got to do, right? So let's go very quickly down here. On this fire escape here, which I showed Jason, and so this was happening above. We got some life safety issues here because right now we broke this when I was Jason, and so we have the same problem here, and we have the same problem here. This is all rotten. So this is an unsupported platform. These things are only 8 to 12 inches deep, so we have an emergency on this one, and all the other ones need to be addressed because they all have very bad rotted.
Yeah.
So original hardware, lead paint, evidence of rust, cement issues on this fire escape. We spoke with Jason about this one also. So we have a lot of these boards are cracking, so we need to sister it up with 2 pieces of flats. And then we're going to carriage bolt it so we can still use some of this wood that's here, repack it into cement to make sure everything is repacked well. We also have to speak with the city whether or not they want to double this up and make this 5/4, which is as thick as this. This is 5/4, needs to be 1.5 inches. All the floors need to be dealt with in a more investigated manner. Let's go through the other one quickly. It's raining a little bit. Now, this is part of the Mass Building Code 1001.3. All exterior steel or wooden stairs, bridges, balconies, and fire escapes must be inspected. This used to be an enclosed porch, but because open porch, but now because they've enclosed it, I don't have to inspect this because it's enclosed. So it's all exterior steel or wooden stairs, bridges, balconies, and fire escapes. This is enclosed, so no inspection needed on that one. Let's do this one, and we'll go right in there. Again, the ice jacking, the rust jacking is happening here, and we definitely got sill issues that are cracking. So we got this one, for example, has already started up at the top sill, and there's a structural crack down the whole length, about 3-4 feet long, that's already onto the top sill of the lower window. So we'll fix the steel 4 to 6 inches square from the steel implement, but the whole structural crack belongs to a mason. He's got to get brought in to minimally seal this baby up. He's got to seal it up until such time that full masonry work can work, but we'll do this much, but that big long crack belongs to a mason, not us. So the photographs will show that a lot of this accumulation, this moss here, which is soft, is what's keeping and rusting your entire steel. Here, this is what is eating the bottoms of all your supports, and it's eating all the way through. Same thing there, original hardware. And then last but not least, similar issue on this side, we've got cracked beams, mold, we got wetness, we got a lot of things here. And we got to basically make sure that these areas are waterproof so that this wood, and this is covered on the 1001.3, all exterior, steel or wooden stairs, bridges and balconies. This is a bridge and this is a balcony. This is an area of refuge that they will congregate in to get taken off during a fire. So this is under 1001.3 Mass Building Code, 1005. And that's it. So full paint jobs required. This hasn't seen any paint for at least 20 to 25 years at least. The last time this got inspected probably is just as long ago. Any questions? Fire Escape Engineers, Inspector Summary Video. This is Inspector Meneses. 866-649-0333, 866-649-0333.